Welcome to the New Year's edition of the Bourbon Experience. Hey, Happy New Year to everybody. We're going to have a show here. We wanted to do something that was kind of reflective of the past year that we've had. And we decided we're going to talk about the 5 bourbons that we have had this year that were our favorites, the top 5 bourbons. Now
hold on, though. This is unique because nobody's ever done this before. So hold on to your hats.
Yeah, right.
Oh, really?
What's different about this is a lot of us all 4 of us have really gotten into the bourbon thing this year. So we can say, okay, well, this is the new bourbon. Well, so
it's all new.
It's all new. So some of us are going to try to go towards the releases, the 2023 releases. Some will have a mixture. Some will say, "Hey, this was my top 5 that I had this." And so, but anyways, it's just kind of a year to kind of a show to celebrate the year that we've had and with bourbon. So
either way, not a one of us will have good old number 7 in there.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you.
That better be in your glass, not mine.
So anyways, we're going to do a show on that. We've got Alex back again. Dad's here, and of course Nathan and I. So, well, first off, what are we drinking? Let's talk about that. What are we sipping on tonight?
Well, I've got some Elijah Craig barrel proof, part of the OHLQ lineup this year. Probably. Spoiler, probably my favorite bourbon that I've ever had.
Yeah.
So
top bourbon, huh?
Yeah.
Ever had. That's a big deal.
Yeah. It's good. It's tasty.
How about you, Dad? What do you got in there?
I have OHLQ. It was a Maker's Mark special release. One of the first 5 they did,
in the summer.
And this one is called Summer Wheat.
Yeah. All right. Well, so what do you got?
I have a New Riff single barrel.
Yeah.
So this is just a home run hitter, eye opener type of bourbon.
Yeah.
That may or may not be on your list.
Remember when I told you guys about that one? That you should try that?
I don't remember anything like that. I remember telling you all about it.
Yeah.
I have High Bank out of Columbus. The High Bank Distillery, but anyways, it's their Whiskey War, and this is the Oak Father, and one that I wish we can get more of, but can't find it anywhere.
Yep, it's part of their Double Oak series. Mm-hmm. It is sublime.
It is wonderful. All right, so let's start off. Hey, Alex, let's start off with your 5 bourbons that you have had this year that are your top 5.
My tops. Yeah. So I already said it. The Elijah Craig private barrel barrel proof, absolute number 1 favorite bourbon this year. It's what's in my glass. It just all the brown sugary goodness that hits you right up front.
Mm-hmm.
We were wondering if we can borrow some brown sugar.
It never drank hot for me.
What's interesting, we keep on forgetting about this one is, and I'm just reading it now and remembering, it's a non-chilled filtered again. So it's another one of those that they leave all the goodness in there. This is another one where the story was where I was upset Nathan got in front of the line and got Blanton's Gold. To be honest with you, I ended up coming out the winner anyways because I got out of line to get that, and it's been definitely worth it. So, anyways,
it tops Blanton's Gold for me.
Oh, easily, not even close for me, not even close. So, okay, well, what else do you got?
We're gonna throw another one in there that's already on the table. New Riff single barrel.
Yeah.
Barrel proof. That one. I tried it with a friend of mine, and as soon as I had it, I messaged these guys, and I was just like, "Don't sleep on New Riff. This is amazing."
Right.
The cinnamon and all of that's in there. It's just it's delish.
What I will say is, what would be nice, and again, this kind of shows a little bit of our youthfulness in the whole thing. Is we don't have any of New Riff's yearly releases, and which I would have loved to have gotten my hands on some of their, because they've promoted some of their not OHLQ, but their 2023 releases. I've seen some ads for it and stuff like that, and I've never seen them. It would be nice to have gotten my hands on some of it because it's wonderful bourbon.
Yeah.
So okay, what else you got?
Penelope. We got the Penelope. Mm-hmm. This one is the barrel strength. Funny enough, I haven't picked one that's not barrel strength yet. That's kind of telling.
Yeah.
But this one is a delightful bourbon. I would put it on my shelf and sip on it every so often.
Yeah, it's definitely a great one. And here's the thing: is that this is an OHLQ thing. You can find Elijah Craig's going to release stuff every year.
Yes.
This bottle's going to, once it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
So,
but it is
very similar to their what is it, like their EC or whatever?
Yeah, the A123 or the B523 or
that's what it is.
C923.
Yep.
See, and I still don't quite understand all of that nonsense. I'm sure it's talking about the rick houses and stuff.
I'm pretty sure it does. I don't know fully, but that's what the.
No, it's ABC release. So they're thrice a year releases, and then it's 1, 2, 3 January of 23. May of 23 and September of 23.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's good. Okay. What do you got for number 4?
So, E.H. Taylor Small Batch.
Yep.
It's no secret that we're a fan of most of Buffalo Trace stuff.
Okay, and then last but not least?
Last but not least was a surprise entry on the list for me because I had not had this until earlier tonight. And Nathan put this in front of me. The Whiskey War Double Oaked, the Oak Father. It's currently in Josh's glass down there. And that is tasty. It's got all of these berries and cream with this buried beneath this leather. I was really surprised and really sad to hear that we're not going to be having any more of that.
I know.
Gone! It's all gone.
No, I'm very upset about it, to be honest with you. I was just at the store today, was hoping I could find some more. I can't find it, so it's gone.
Yeah. But I do have to put one thing out there. This is a bourbon channel, so I understand I couldn't put this up there. But as a honorary mention, something new that I tried that was completely different. The Powers Irish Rye. I thought this was extremely good. It was completely different than anything that we have as a rye normally. So I put it as an honorable mention, which means it's not going to stay on the table. But I thought it's made of 100% rye. And it's just Irish. It's the rye that's over in Ireland. I thought it was absolutely tasty. It's not a bourbon, so I get it.
We've had rye on here before.
It's just completely different than anything else that I've ever had, because it still has this. It still has a very Irish taste to it with the short breadiness, and there's like a smoothed out version of what we get with rye. It's I don't know. I was very pleasant.
Super spearminty.
Yeah.
Super spearminty.
Yes.
It's because it's 100% Irish rye.
Yeah, thanks.
You have to do a jig to be able to drink this?
I think I've had this before. I think I've had it.
Yeah, over at his place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So now you have your 5, right?
For what? Okay.
I'm done talking to him. We got Alex's first 5. All right, so what's your favorite 5 this year?
The first one, which I'm drinking right now, and this is not in any particular order, is Maker's Mark Summer Wheat.
But that's not what your Summer Wheat's not your favorite one. Which one was the favorite one that you had?
The favorite one. Okay.
Was
County Fair.
Was County Fair. Remember,
yes, that's
so
correct.
County Fair. So it's still the same line.
It's the same line.
It's the OHLQ stuff. Okay, what's number 2?
Number 2, my pal, Buffalo Trace.
What?
What? I know, I'm surprising everybody.
I mean, man.
But now, I have to give thanks to Alex for introducing me to this. I think it was like 4 years ago. When he was actually bartending, and he said, "Hey, if you ever have a chance to get out and get a good bourbon, get Buffalo Trace." I did. and I'm there. So,
3 years ago. But yes.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
He carried the one.
So
Okay,
again,
I carried the one.
now again, this is not something that, it does not fall along. This is not a yearly release. This is something you can get anytime you write.
Right.
But this is this is our first year of doing the show.
That's
year.
why it's
Yeah,
here.
right. So
And next year I won't have that up because it won't be a first timer.
yeah.
The third, also a first timer, is my pal, Evan Williams.
Aw, who's my pal? Who's my pal?
And you'll notice they're all very minute bottles.
Oh my goodness.
Now, this is not necessarily number 3 in my list, but it is an excellent bourbon.
That's all right. There's 5 of us boys.
It's okay. Let him go. Let him go. He's on a roll, folks.
Never tease the old guy. Anyway,
Right.
this is pumpkin spice holiday spirit from OSpirits. It's a 90 proof, so it's not high test. It's just very tasty. It would be my another favorite of mine, which is barrel proof New Riff single barrel. This is somewhere 109.
Almost 110 proof.
Almost 110 proof.
That's one of your favorites, huh?
It would fit in with one of the favorites. It's
Okay.
You're talking about the rye there.
Yeah, that's the rye.
This is the rye. I also have a bourbon that is way up there in my high list, but I was only allowed to bring 5. So and I grabbed the rye first. So you're stuck with it.
He says that like that stopped him before.
I know, right? I know. All right, before we get too far out, let's just go ahead and talk about bourbon.
Oh, okay. We want to do that. Huh?
Let's do that. Let's do
All
it.
right. So this one was
Again, a shocker.
yeah, right. If you haven't been paying attention,
Yeah.
or you're new. So yeah, this was we had this down in Kentucky. You and I were poured it into the glass after going around one of the tour stops, and afterwards we were sitting there drinking it, and we're like, "What did we just pour into our glass? This is amazing stuff," and it hasn't dropped off my list. I mean, this is an amazing bourbon. So in honor of old number 7. We got its bigger brother. We got Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. And this...
I'm just sniffing.
Oh, by all means. This one is right up there. Just with all the deep dark chocolate, leather, tobacco notes in there. Mm-hmm. It is a phenomenal sipper. Yeah, so my next one, Alex has already mentioned it. It's New Riff single barrel. This sucker is what I've got in my glass, and New Riff is just bringing some stuff to the table that is really, it seems unique. I'm probably wrong in that, but their flavor profile that they're bringing to the table is just outstanding. And whether even their baseline stuff with their single barrel regular or their rye or their bottled and bond or their bottled and bond rye, you're not going to go wrong. And it's all 4 of those bottles rightfully can sit there and say they need a spot on the shelf somewhere.
I'd like to get some of their other releases,
Yeah.
all right, what else you got? What's the next one?
So the next one, another one Alex has already mentioned. This is High Bank Distillery's Whiskey War, the Oak Father. And in terms of double oaks, this is something that we've got a video coming out eventually where we're doing a comparison with this and some Woodford Reserve double oaked. Mm-hmm. It is a phenomenal drink.
Yeah.
And so last but not least, OSpirits, their cask strength black, coming in at 122 proof. This bottle if you've watched the channel, we've done some barrel pulls with this at his distillery. They're just top notch. This is a production that is a phenomenal drink that you just absolutely are bombarded with this wonderful blend of all of those wonderful typical notes that you get out of a barrel, but it just finishes so cleanly and sweet.
A lot of fruit towards the end, whether not so much of a banana like you would with it's more like a tree fruit, but there is a bunch of different little fruit flavors right towards the very end, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and we're happy to have gone there a few times for a tour, and just happy to spend time with Doug over there. They've got an amazing production going on, and this one is
diamond in the rough, man.
Oh, absolutely,
diamond in the rough.
And it's worthy of a spot on the shelf.
Yeah, definitely. All right, okay,
so what about you? Yes, up.
My turn.
Tell us about your favorite, Josh.
I've been so excited. Okay, so
Marsha.
When we talked about, I said, I wanted to do, pick our 5 best, and I knew because a lot of us have not gotten into some of the, the individual releases for 2023, that was going to be kind of a hard thing. So I tried to stay more in that realm because that's just kind of the realm I wanted to. Understanding that it was not an easy task.
No,
it wasn't.
He likes to paint himself into a corner.
Yeah, right. So first one now, and again talking with what Dad just picked was the Maker's Mark. Again, they did their little OHL exclusive with us, and we liked
County Fair.
The County Fair. Was the big one for us. So we really enjoyed the County Fair. Not going to find again. Again, this goes along their staves. They're going to do new stuff. They did new stuff in the winter time. Enjoy. We haven't been able to get our hands on that one, but that was my first one. Really enjoyed that. Next up would be all of us have already talked about this one. Was the Whiskey War from the Oak Father. That's what I'm having right now. And to be very honest with you, I think I had this one probably last week was the first time I had it. Was that last week?
Yep.
And this, again, I just went to the store today. I was hoping to find it. It's gone.
Socks were blown off, folks.
My socks!
And they've already talked about it, so I'm not going to dive more into it, but it is... what the point that needs to be said though is, again, we're talking about a local. This is Columbus. If you have an opportunity to go to head over to High Bank Distillery, I've not had a whole bunch of their stuff.
Right.
If this is indicative of what they're doing, then we're going to try to do a tour March, April-ish. We're going to try to get up there. If this is indicative of what they're doing over there, then the rest of their stuff is going to be great, right? So I'm looking forward to that. And then this one probably, again, Alex had this on there, the Elijah Craig. This is the OHL exclusive, but this is their uncut, straight from the barrel. And this is probably one of the hotter ones to drink. This is, and it's not so hot for Alex, but it's
not.
It's got a
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
It's wonderful. Elijah Craig. We're actually going to be visiting there here in 2 weeks also.
Yes, we are.
So we might find some interesting things there. So again, not going to jump a whole lot into that one either. But
Never
again,
heard of these guys before.
Again, these are all bourbons that have gone in conjunction with Ohio, with the liquor organization there. So the state liquor organization. So once this bottle is gone, it's gone. Right. So, okay, the next one was a kind of a quick switch. Same company. Nathan has already talked a lot about this one. I'm a huge fan. It's also a local company, OSpirits. The quick switch on this one though was for many weeks. The black cast strength was it for me. This one's the smoked. This is the he calls it the batch 27 because it took them 27 batches to figure out their mash bill. But the smoked one, what's so good about this one to me is there's a ton of flavor and it's extremely complex. And I get a lot of different things around the outside of the tongue, whether not so much straight up the middle, like he kind of mentioned before to us. But look how dark that thing is. I mean, that
almost looks darker than it when we got it.
Yeah.
Oh, just want to check something. Oh yeah, the legs.
There we go. We haven't had it yet, have we? Yeah.
No,
legs.
Now we got the legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then last but not least, and to be honest with you, I have not had a sip out of this one, and probably too much because I'm afraid to touch it. I do not want to lose this one, and I know that you can get very similar. There, every time I go to a store, I see similarities to it, but this one really is just my all-time favorite, and that's the Russell's Reserve Private Barrel Selection, and this is another non-chilled filtered. Interesting enough, non-chilled filtered, non-chilled filtered, non-chilled filtered. I don't know about this one. They don't say anything about that. But this one for me, it's a 9-year-old bourbon. Oh my gosh, Russell's Reserve to me is again a Wild Turkey brand. I don't know. I absolutely love that one. And
is this when you flash makeup call on the screen?
That's not the 10-year. That's not the 10-year. That is their private barrel selection. So back off, pal. Back off. This was kind of like a Happy New Year, end of the year type thing for us. We just wanted to wish all of you a Happy New Year. Hope that the season has been great for you. What a great way for me to end the year with my family. This is what it's about, and so we can get a chance to get together, have some bourbon, and share it with you guys. That to me is kind of the reason. So thanks again for jumping on, Alex.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yep.
Glad to drink this very viscous drink.
Oh, we got the viscous.
Someone's got to do this. They're slacking on it.
All right. Thanks again, Pop.
Hey, all right. May you all have a blessed New Year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yep. All right.
For all bourbon.
All right. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Happy New Year.